playing tennis.
I was going to go playing with them.
Okay, 30 seconds. All right, when this ad ends, we'll come right to you. The ad ends in between my
Well, here we are, TAR podcast number 36, March 28th, 2013. I always forget the dates. 32, yeah. 2013. We're joined here by Mr. Ronnie Alcano and Jayson Shaw. They're getting ready to play TAR 32, and that is tomorrow. Races to 10. Excuse me, 10 ball.
To 27.
Yeah, 10 ball races to
27.
27. 2 out of 3 races. So we're just going to interview these guys, let them talk a little bit. We've got Darren Appleton in the audience to help us out since he speaks the same language as Jayson does. And I'm surprised. Ronnie speaks from very good English.
I'm not.
You do.
No,
very good English, yeah.
He's
Ronnie is speaking good English these days.
He's doing great.
I want.
By the way,
good.
Ronnie is a 2-time world champion, 2006 in 9-ball, and I was actually there in the Philippines, the only time I've been there, beat Ralph Souquet in the finals. And in 2007, he came in second in the 8-ball.
No,
and
2007 award.
in the Worlds.
Yeah, 8-ball.
Yeah, in the 8-ball.
And then 2008 is the final.
Oh, it's 7 and 8. I thought it was 6 and 7.
No, 6 and 7 is World 9-ball and World 8-ball is 2007.
Okay.
2008, I lost in the final in World 8-ball.
Oh, I see. You almost double dipped or
Yeah.
Repeated. That's right. He won it in 2007 and lost to Ralph Souquet in 2008.
2008, yeah.
Dogged it.
Yeah. No, he didn't dog it. Speaking of dog it, you almost got in trouble in the one you won. What, you had 13-2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to lose.
You tried to give it away. All right. So we're really looking forward to TAR 32. This is going to be an awesome match. Jayson Shaw is a fairly newcomer on the American stage, but he's opened some eyes. These two guys have been playing each other a few times, and it's a pick 'em. I think even the betting lines pick. I don't think there's a favorite anywhere. So it should be a really good match. Starts tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. And like I said, it's race to 27, 10 ball, rack your own using the magic rack. And I think I'm going to jump out. You guys can go ahead and hit some balls and stuff. We're going to start asking you some questions.
All right.
And we're not sure what Daz is going to do, but he'll do something. And
Make
by
the
the way,
numbers
we've got all new equipment. We're running on some HD equipment. And we have an overhead camera now because we bought a new TriCaster. So this podcast is going to be available in, I don't know the technology, but it's a higher resolution HD. So, and it's also available in the standard HD that we've been using. So it's pretty interesting. Justin will explain all that a little bit later.
Okay. Go ahead.
We play Scotch.
Yeah. Mr. Tiger Wood.
Well, while you're doing that, maybe talk to us a little bit about what kind of cues you use, what kind of tips you use, and just what brand, a low deflection shaft, or just.
Well, I use Lucasi Hybrid cue.
And they're your sponsors, so
yeah,
if so,
they
good.
sponsor me.
Give them a shout out. We love people that sponsor pool players.
Yeah, Lucasi Hybrid.
Okay.
I'd like to thank them for sponsoring me.
Okay, great.
I
What
use
type
a
of tip?
low deflection shaft.
Okay, low deflection.
I use a Kamui medium black.
Okay, Kamui, medium black. I assume everybody can hear you, so I don't have to repeat it. So.
Yeah.
And how long have you been using the Kamui?
About maybe three years now.
Oh wow, because they've only been. You were one of the first ones, probably. They've
Yeah.
only been out about 3 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kamui's done some great things, and John Bertone has helped us out a few times. In fact, he's going to be here Saturday night.
Yeah, I
or
like
Sunday.
them.
And he's done a
They
great
play
job.
pretty
with
good.
Kamui. Ronnie, what kind of stick?
My stick. My sponsors are Tiger Q.
Tiger Cube.
Yeah.
What's the weight?
19.
19. Jayson, what's your weight? So about 19, 19 and a half?
19.
Yeah, okay. Low deflection or a standard shaft?
Standard.
Standard shaft,
Yeah, normal.
yeah. And type of tip?
Yeah, sniper.
Sniper. Well, what's the millimeter? Pro taper, I assume, on, well, low deflections may not be a pro taper, but what's the millimeter on your shafts?
13.
13?
I think 12. Yeah.
Wow, it doesn't
13.
look like 13 here, but it could be. So, all right.
Yeah, I think that's a 30.
A little later on, we'll probably have some discussions on some aiming, but just that's why we want to just have you hit some balls. And Justin is on the chat line, and he'll be getting some questions. We also have the questions that came off of the AZ Billiards thread. I guess a little history. Jayson, I know a little bit about you. You've been playing pool off and on. You know, you started around when you were 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Playing, do you call it English 8-ball?
Yeah, English 8-ball.
And that's played on a smaller table.
Yeah, on 4x7 with smaller pockets.
Is it rounded pockets like a snooker table?
Yeah.
And the cue ball's smaller.
Yeah.
And it's got some real weird rules where you can shoot 2 times in a row and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But you ended up being the junior world's champion.
Yeah, I won it a few times. I won the men's world championship in 2010.
2010. And you won the juniors a couple of times. Like,
Yeah.
what's that mean?
Well, I won it in 2006, I think.
Okay.
7,
Okay.
and I won a few more tournaments.
You weren't by chance, this is really a weird question. The same time I was over in the Philippines, the only time I've been over in that part of the country, I was in Thailand. And there was a kid playing in Thailand. He was saying he was the junior world's champion, or a real strong junior snooker player.
Yeah.
But it didn't
No.
really look like it, but he was a small kid with lighter hair. Played really well. I don't remember his name. He was only like 14, 15.
No,
at
it
the
wasn't
time.
me.
And what are you, 24 or 5?
Yeah.
Ronnie, how
24.
old are you?
40.
40? 40? Okay.
40.
And how long have you been playing?
How long? I start 9 years old.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Are there still a bunch of unknown monsters, pool players, still in the Philippines? I mean, because every year somebody just pops out. You had Marlon Manalo. Nobody heard about him. He came over and killed everybody.
Yeah, now they have a lot of young player in Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you playing rotation much anymore, or has everybody switched to 10 ball?
Now I'm here in America, no rotation.
Yeah, no rotation
Yeah,
here, but
because I play a 9 ball and 10 ball.
okay, but even in the
And one
Philippines,
pocket. Yeah, in Philippines they have a rotation.
they still play full rack rotation. Okay.
Yeah.
Who would be the best young player in Philippines now?
Now, yeah.
The best young player, like the best up-and-coming player in the
Coming?
Philippines?
Yeah.
The guy Jeff Diaz and Bubuit, Jericho Banyares.
I
What
never
about,
heard of
is
him.
it Chu? What's his name? He finished semi-finals in Japan Open.
Yeah, it's Bubuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
The young player.
that kid's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever happened to the kid with a monster break?
Jeff
Superman
DeLuna?
Gomez?
Jeff DeLuna's got the
No, it's
most.
Oh,
the
Jeff DeLuna,
yeah,
right,
Jeff
right,
DeLuna
right,
is
right.
the
I think
power.
Jeff's doing okay. He spent a lot of time in Indonesia, but
Yeah.
uh,
Just not quite getting there. How's Efren doing? You know, we miss him over here. We really, the guy's a gem. He really is.
Yeah,
Is he?
They have a lot of young player. Efren give spot in like a 10, 8 ball with 10 ball.
Yeah.
Handicapping.
Well, he's still a force, but he's such a cool guy, and he's so
Yeah.
good for the game.
Yeah.
you
I
know.
think he's back in America next month. Next week
yeah,
he
yeah.
come back.
This
Well,
week.
see, because he's probably going to come over this June and July is a couple of pretty good months for pool in the
Yeah.
U.S. You've got the ultimate 10 ball, which is 50,000 added, I believe. So it's going to be
It's coming July?
that's in June.
In June?
And it's 4 days before Tunica in
Really?
Tunica, Mississippi. So it's June. It runs from June like 13th to 17th. And then from the 17th to the 29th or something like that is the Derby, or excuse me, the Tunica
Tunica.
shootout. So you've got the same, just like the Derby City. So you have both those events back to back. And then July, at my event at the Rio here in Las Vegas, we have the U.S. Open 1 pocket,
No.
10 ball, and 8 ball. That's 60,000 added in those 3.
Kenneth.
So
And the Tunica, the ultimate 10 ball, I believe it's a world ranking tournament.
Yes, it is, because it has above the
Tunica?
minimum. In fact, Kenny
Yeah,
Schumann just walked in, and he's
Ultimate
the
10 ball.
TD of that.
World
So,
ranking tournament.
Oh,
4 days before Tunica starts.
yeah.
Before like the Derby thing.
Yeah, it's the only WPA points event in the U.S.
Yeah,
and
unless
it's
the US
also
Open goes
BCA
ahead.
points. And that brings up another question, and a lot of these came from the AZ thread, and we really appreciate everybody asking these questions. Let's assume that the U.S. Open 9-ball does happen again. Are you guys going? Just curious. I'm asking the question.
if he guarantees the money, then I would think all the players will go.
So you're if
ask
he
me.
guarantees. Yeah, well.
Yeah, Ken's here. He can mention it.
Yeah, Ken's going to be working there.
Yeah.
ask Ken.
I think what he has to do now, he has to guarantee the money.
Yeah, he kind of dug himself a hole.
Well, I mean, he sort of dug himself out of an hole in 2011 by guaranteeing the money, and then
10 and 11.
so
decent, yeah.
2011 was really good. We all get paid on time, and then last year he go back to his old ways.
Yeah. Well,
And
I understand he's paid everybody. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'm hearing.
yeah, I believe everyone got paid.
But and that's great. More kudos to him. But you can't do business the way he's been doing.
well,
business.
the problem is bouncing checks.
Yeah.
A lot of foreign players are taking their checks home and then they're bouncing, and it causes a lot of problems for them guys.
Can't do that.
Mine's done.
I mean, if your check bounces in America, it's
bounced
not the end of
too?
the
Yeah.
world. But
See, that's just insanity. So I'm sorry. And I know this is a little. I'm not trying to beat up Barry Berman. He's run the tournament for 37 years, and that's an achievement in itself. I know everybody keeps saying, "Hey Griffin, why don't you take over the 9-ball?" I can't. Not interested. Not under any of the conditions that I only foresee it being. I will only do certain things certain ways.
I think
But
someone
I'd like to see the event
mentioned,
continue somehow.
someone mentioned the other day on some forum that maybe they should take the US Open outside of America. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's take the US Open like to England.
Yeah, we'll take it to Spain. No. Well, yeah, it's just an interesting question, and and those are hypothetical questions. You don't know. I mean, if all of a sudden it's going to happen, and you're only 6 hours away, you might just go down and play. Who knows? But it's just
Yeah, I think
people
he needs
just
to
want to know
guarantee that prize money.
some answers.
Well,
Well, I think the players are still
just
playing.
Give you his word. I mean, you're going to need more than that, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
he needs to, put it in escrow. Yeah, and he needs to do something.
Yeah, it would be
Well,
nice.
but the nature of the beast doesn't allow posting the money in advance, because you rely on the gate, you rely on all these other things. So you
Vendors.
but you can't be betting on the come when it's other people's money. And the minute you have a tournament, it's other people's money. So, you guys have played 10 or 15 times. From what I understand, and you played sometimes over on the East Coast. You played in the Swanee.
Yeah.
Did you play on the 10-footer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jersey
What do you
City.
guys think of the 10-footer?
Tempo?
The one that's Accustat's arena.
It's too big.
It's too big.
Yeah,
No,
it's too
I-
big.
I
It's
like it.
different.
I
I
like
know
that.
you like it because you're a snooker player.
Snooker background. Okay.
But no, I like it. I think
But now it's standard pockets, 4.5 inch. So you find you just got to open up your game a little bit, stroke things a
different,
little
yeah.
more.
yeah, you gotta
Change.
change.
Yeah, it's a different game.
It's the different.
Really changes that much.
I
used to
haven't,
play on the 10.
I haven't played any snooker or English 8-ball for 6-7 years, and I feel as though for me to be one of the best players on the 10-foot table, I need to go back and play a lot of snooker.
Well, that's why I thought Alex had an advantage because as short
Well,
as
Alex
he
still plays
is,
snooker.
he's a champion snooker player.
Yeah, he's
So I feel as though I need to. So I feel personally that I need to play some snooker to get really consistent on the 10-foot table. So that says to me it's not really pool on the 10-foot table.
Yeah.
We're not really playing pool anymore. We're talking more about the fundamentals now.
Really, that's an interesting observation. I would look at it as
I think there's a little bit less kicking, and that kicking is not as important on a bigger table as it is on a smaller table.
Right.
And the safety.
it's a lot harder.
Because at the end of the day, you got to shoot these long balls. You know what I mean?
you got to. Well, you just have to.
they're tough.
What happens is your subconscious kicks in, and you keep playing shape. A foot, everything's shorter and smaller, and you under.
The $1,000 a man tournament they have at the
Yeah.
Derby City. I mean, you look at Stuart Petman, for example. He's got maybe 2 or 3 months of pool experience, and I thought he was the favourite to win that tournament.
Yeah.
And he went close to winning that tournament. He should have won the straight pull on the 10-foot table.
Yeah.
He's
He
never
sure-
played straight pull in his life.
I know he runs 100.
But he's making these long shots
30.
like they're over the pocket. Where
Yeah.
I'm looking at them thinking, wow, I might miss this. You know what I mean? That's why I think we need to, if it goes to 10 foot, players are going to have to really work on their fundamentals.
Well, they'll never. The table competition will never go to 10 foot unless it's a specialty event
Yeah.
or something like that. Just because there will be no place for people to practice and play on and everything like that. It's unfortunate. I think it's a great game, but it's a specialty game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, personally, if it did take off and there was more events playing on a 10-foot table, you'll see a lot of snooker players start playing.
Yeah, but see, it's impractical because there's so few tables and just.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it
Yeah,
did
if-
take off
yeah,
in the long term,
sure.
then you'd see a lot of English pool players,
Yeah.
snooker
That's
players coming over.
interesting. Hey, Ronnie, Shane, whenever he always refers to you, and when he won the first U.S. Open, a lot of times he'll say, "Hey, Shane, if you're struggling, what do you think of? How do you get yourself?" And he says, "I always think of that match with Ronnie in the U.S. Open. That was his first U.S. Open victory. He's had 2 now. What do you think of Shane's game?"
Now,
Yeah.
now it's better than
Ah.
before.
Oh.
Yeah, because before I beat him a lot in gamble, and then if I ask to play gamble again, he don't like to play me because I'm too good. He say, why you too good? And then after that, and then he play me again for money, and then he beat me. So
But Ronnie's very humble. I mean, I watched a lot of the games in the Philippines when he gambled with Shane and all them guys, and Ronnie was killing everybody. I mean,
Really?
but he wasn't just beating Shane, he was killing him. And then obviously Shane, he learned from that.
You know, one thing about Shane is
Oh, he keep coming back.
he keeps coming back. You knock him down, the guy gets up. The only one that really hurt him was when Alex gained when he was 25 games down. It that took him a while to get over because that was a shellacking, so to speak. But he's got a lot of heart. But you guys do too. You know?
it's all
In
good.
fact, I mean, there's been similarities between Jayson and Shane. I think because of the age factor and
yeah,
they're just shooting so straight and a lot of talent.
But there's a lot of information for the young guys now.
Well, we can talk to it. We can.
Daz,
sorry.
Yeah.
running the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of information for the young players out there, and Jason's got a great opportunity now because he's spent a lot of time in America playing these guys every week.
What is your history as far as being in the U.S., Jayson? When do you? I mean, you've been to the U.S. Open a couple of times, like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah. I always placed really high in the US Open, done really well. Last year, ninth place.
Okay.
But I like it, you know what I mean? I like the way, the setup, and it's probably like one of the best tournaments I played in. But I've been here, like maybe 4.5 months now.
Okay, but when you would come to the U.S. before, you would just come over for the U.S.
Yeah.
Open and then go back.
Go home.
And home is
Scotland.
in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Oh,
everybody
that
thinks
play
England,
golf.
but it's actually Scotland. So,
Play
so the
golf.
longest you'd ever been here before is like maybe 10 days or something.
No, a month. Stayed with Darren.
Yeah, he first come over in March as a long-term thing. Last year, come over in March, he stayed for maybe a month,
Okay.
and then he went back, and then you come back in October.
Yeah. And
October
you-
till Christmas, and then he went home for a week, and then come back.
yeah.
And now how long are you going to stay? You've been here like 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah, well, I need to go home April, but I think I want to. There's a lot here for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to move here.
You
Well,
know,
we don't want you
yeah,
here. You have to move somewhere else.
Me too.
You're
I
too
like
good.
Ronnie wants to move here as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they
You
can
know-
share an apartment.
To be roommates.
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 You know,
Play golf.
that brings up a really interesting question. Everybody says the state of American pool is terrible, but yet the world's best players want to come to the U.S. Now, isn't that a little bit of a contradiction? I know we don't have a lot of tournaments, of big tournaments. We have I mean, there's weekly tournaments everywhere. We don't have any world status tournaments. So why is it that all the players, and Darren, this applies to you too, why do you come to the U.S. versus going to the Philippines or Indonesia or Thailand? Or
Well, for me, it's like, it might hurt me to say this, but it's probably the best country in the world. So,
Well,
like,
isn't
I
that
think,
nice?
I think you have everything you need in America. There's like foreigners. There's a lot of good restaurants. The food's really good. It's easy to travel. The weather's great. But also there's pull wherever you go. Even though it's only small, you always can keep ticking over playing tournaments, like small tournaments, a couple of thousand to the winner, 3,000 or 4,000 to winner. But they're every week. If you're willing to travel, you can play a decent competition every week, and then like you have a lot of good tournaments, not great prize money, but a lot of good tournaments, and then there's a lot of action. I mean, you might have to give some spots, but I mean, there's a lot of action.
Yeah, you can get some play. You just
I just think I still think American pool. It's the home of. I think it's the home of pool, really. I mean.
well, I loved hearing that. That's
Yeah,
encouraging.
and
because,
also I'd
you know,
say that even though you haven't got loads of great world beaters, you have a lot of good players, like a hell of a lot of good players. So there's always action and tournaments to keep ticking over, and then it's obviously bringing the Filipinos over, and it's a great lifestyle for them guys coming from the Philippines because it's tough over there.
Yeah, because it is interesting. We don't have an active American player. Is there an active American player that's really been a world champion? Did Archer win a world championship?
He's got
Yeah, Johnny.
4 world 9-ball titles. But
World?
World, yeah.
Okay.
All in the 90s.
Okay, in the
But,
90s.
You know, all the other American
Shane's-
world champions
yeah, no.
are retired or don't play active.
Yeah, well,
Nick and those guys.
And a lot of those world titles weren't world titles. It's a different.
The ones Johnny won were.
Yeah.
They were legit.
Yeah, there was WPA.
Yeah, they were WPA.
But
I mean, yeah, there's some world stuff that's
sure.
not
But
world.
America's going through a generation change. That's why we love to see the young players. I mean, I love guys like Jayson, and I mean Ronnie's only 40. That's not old. But I mean Shane's like 28.
Yeah.
You got.
But I think since Ronnie's been back in America, you've been in America about 6 months.
No, 4.
No, about
October.
4 or 5 months.
5, yeah.
I think he's coming back to his best game. Like 2006, 2007, he was the best player in the world
Yeah.
for me.
Well, that's what I've heard. I've heard
And then
that
he had
from
a
a
little
couple
bit of
people.
a dip. You had a dip for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Your results weren't too good, but now he looks like he's coming back.
Well, that'll be interesting. That's why it even makes this match even more challenging. I mean, this really is a pick'em. But I gotta. I mean, we'll just normally we save this till the end, but I want to chew on it a little bit.
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you guys were to play a race to 500,
Wow.
what would the score be?
Race to 500?
Yeah, 500 games. What would the score be?
Go
I'm
ahead.
just.
Push in tight on.
I love that question.
Maybe.
I think
Maybe he'll.
maybe we still be playing now.
Yeah, take a couple.
No,
of
that
weeks.
would take a couple of weeks.
Well, sure, it would take some time, but I think what the person's really asking is, in a long race, where do you guys see
For
each
the
other?
young player. Long race, like race to 500?
Okay.
For
Yeah,
him,
I think
because
if you've got
Perfect sense.
continuous play, then
Well, I wouldn't.
The
You wouldn't
fitness
do it
will
in
play
one
a part.
setting. You'd have to do it.
yeah.
10-day races.
6 hours a day.
Yeah, a race to.
Yeah, 6
That's
hours
not
a
gonna-
day.
That's not going to affect.
But saying that, the Filipinos are very pull fit.
Yeah.
The Filipinos are probably the most pull fit. They're not that physically fit, but they play all day, all night.
Yeah.
They play in the worst conditions. So,
Yes.
I mean, no disrespect to Jayson, but I'd have to give Ronnie the edge because he's got the experience and the knowledge. But Jayson's obviously up and coming, and he's fearless.
He is. That's one thing everybody keeps using you as a word is fearless. You know, and that really, in all honesty, and I don't mean you're really a pretty decent guy. You act responsibly. You behave yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and you're a terrible golfer. What more do we want?
And he's got ears like me.
Yeah. What else can go wrong?
Why don't we have these guys play a game of rotation or something
Sure.
while we, ask them some questions.
Or Kenzie, he can rack them up.
You gotta
Yeah.
tell 'em.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys, like Justin said, I'm not sure if the world heard Justin or not.
Yeah.
Give it a kiss, pal.
Oh, we even have a racker. You know.
It's nice of him to show up.
What game?
What while you're doing this and everything, another question. These are generic questions, but what do you guys think of the jump cue?
Banned. Ban it.
I thought you liked the jump cue.
No.
Use it enough.
I like the jump cue I've got, but I don't think it's good for the game.
Ronnie? Like jump cues? Should they be allowed or should they be banned?
Airplane, airplane don't like jump cue.
Go ahead and tighten
Yeah,
up.
but you're Ronnie, not Efren. What
No.
does Ronnie say?
Efren Jr.
Yeah, Me, I don't like jumpy too.
See, that's funny though, but I'm the same way. And I know the older generation, like Kenny doesn't like him. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Darren?
jump cues are good for people who
Play it in
can't kick.
rotation, not tempo.
Okay.
Oh, full rack?
Yeah, full rack rotation.
Yeah, I think jump cues are good for guys who don't kick good.
Yeah.
So when it comes to
Nobody
Filipinos
pays
like
attention to
Ronnie,
what they say.
Efren, Bustamante,
Yeah.
it's a big disadvantage for them.
But I think it stops people from learning how to kick.
Oh yeah, I doubt.
This is,
You know what I mean?
Kenny, there's a
Because
magic
in
rack, full
rotation,
rack
no
there, or there's a
jump
Delta
cue, that's
13.
I
Yeah.
like the rule where you only can use the jump stick twice in one match. Use
Just
the
only
jump
twice.
stick twice, and then you'll use it when you need to use it.
That was actually a seminal rule. It's not bad, but the problem is who's going to count?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I shot last shot, let alone who used
When it
it.
races to 9-11, you sort of know because you have it in your mind because it's an important part of the game, that
How's
jump
it
stick.
going, Ken?
Yeah. Well,
So I think most of the players, I mean, they keep track of that.
what and Darren, you can chime in on this too because actually people like you in this
All right.
country. You know?
That's why I moved to America. Nobody liked me in England.
That's because they knew you. What is the most important aspect of the game? Like when you're looking, you're getting down, you've analyzed the shot, you know what you're going to shoot. What is the most important thing? Is it the pre-shot routine? Is it actually getting down? What do you do to make sure you make the ball and do what you want to do? I mean, what's the process mentally?
Just think, stay down on the shot and make sure you deliver the cue, you know, through the ball
Okay, a break.
when you break.
What is your thought process, Ronnie?
What?
I'd like to know what your thought process is when you're down on the shot. What are you thinking about when you're down shooting the ball?
Ay, pag ako tumitira, gusto ko maubos na. I like to, yeah.
Just thinking,
please.
yeah, but I mean, like, if you have a tough shot, do you have like a pre-shot routine, or you think about your fundamentals? You think about which part of the ball you got to hit. Do you have like an aiming system?
Ano ang sabihin mo yung pagka ano daw?
Give him a mic, Mark.
Yung?
Ask the guy to come talk to you.
Yeah.
go up there. Go up here.
You
with
wanna-
Mark
yeah.
So they can hear you.
We'll put you on this mic whenever you're talking. That way the world can understand. And your name is?
My name is Nino.
Nino? Hey, how you doing? Okay, go ahead and repeat what you guys were doing.
I made one.
No?
I made a
Yeah,
ball.
I basically.
Like,
yeah.
what does he have an aiming, any kind of aiming system, and what does he really? What's the last thing he thinks of before he shoots the shot? Is he like breathing deep, relax, concentrate?
Yun lang, kung paano ka mag-focus.
Mag-focus?
Bago mo i-release yung tira mo.
Ano lang, yung tinitignan ko kung saan yung anuhan, yung mga patamaan na ano, yun lang yung...
He's focusing on where to hit the ball. Just keep on calming yourself, breathe right. Okay.
Does he have an aiming system?
Sa
Like an actual
babandahin.
aiming system, or-
Sa babandahin?
There's mga titira, kahit ang tira.
Wala. Ano lang.
Yeah, just-
Kung
just
nasan lang yung
relying on
patama,
his
kung nasan lang yung
Relying on
pata-experience.
Plays on
kind of
field.
like an instinct. And,
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question, Jayson.
Yeah.
Do you have aiming system? You know,
No.
This,
I don't have an aiming system. It's just all
yeah.
feel and
Yeah,
natural.
he plays off feel. All the snooker players play on feel and instinct. And Ronnie, does any of the Filipino players play on have an aiming system, or do they just play on feel? All the Filipinos, Efren, Bustamante,
back
they
to
just
the
play
other-
on feel.
Yeah,
Feel the camera and widen it out.
no system. System only, real.
Check.
Yeah, kicking
Yeah,
Only
system
system.
for
kicking, only
kicking.
kicking.
Yeah.
See, that's
That's it.
interesting because you always hear about with Bustamante, especially Bustamante. People talk about him like he's always aiming like low on the ball in the dead center, and then the last stroke he changes where he's aiming. Like he'll be aiming low and hit high, and it's just the way he lines up on the shot. He's always been subject of a lot of conversations. And then Hal Houle, who was kind of the father of about half of these aiming systems, used to say that some of the Filipinos would come over like 15, 20 years ago and take some lessons from him.
Yeah, I think some of them may be using that Pro 1 system
Yeah, that's
because that's
the Pro 1 and the
center
center
to
to
hedge,
edge. And now we've got touch of TOI, CJ, and touch of inside. I think there's a lot to aiming systems. Shane's system, you know, the DVD for Shane is coming out.
Yeah.
Probably, I believe it's supposed to come out on the 4th, which is like a week, 10 days, week. And it's going to be on the aiming. There's going to be 3 parts to it, but the first one's aiming. So it'll be interesting to see what he says, because he's a young guy, and I've never known him to be a proponent of systems. Now, I got to know Johnny Ervolino a little bit before he died, because he lived in Vegas. And when Shane was talking about his Edge of Pharaoh, that was Ervolino's system, but only on certain shots, particularly when you're trying to fan a ball, hit it real thin, and it's 8 feet away. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good, the centre to hedge is pretty good system. But the C system's pretty good for rail shots, which you use
that's
the
your-
shadows.
Yeah. See, that's,
So there is certain situations on the table where you got a difficult shot where I will bring the A system into my game as a guide.
Yeah.
I just use it as a guide.
Yes, there's a
Darren, do you think
system.
you'd make more money if you lived in the UK and played snooker?
Maybe if I started when I was 16. I never took snooker seriously because I didn't enjoy it enough.
It's a system.
I didn't enjoy the actual game enough. I like to watch it and everything else, and it's not that I didn't like playing it, but it's a game where you have to dedicate your whole life to and practice maybe 5, 6, 7 hours a day. And if I did that for 2 weeks, I start getting bored.
Yeah.
And I started missing pool then.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the thing I like about pool is that
Safety.
every game's a different game, and there's a lot more skill involved regarding
safety
shot
with you.
making,
Really?
kicking, safety. Where snookers, you're just playing in the bottom part of the table. It's all stop, stop, stop.
Yeah.
You're always playing for the black, red,
Safety.
pink, red. So it's all about your fundamentals, I think, playing snooker.
That's interesting because it's amazing because, I mean, we think of snooker as a much harder game, mostly because of the size of the ball, size of the pockets, and the size of the table. But you know, you're very experienced, and you're
Well, I
saying
mean,
that pool is a...
let's put snooker balls on a pool table, for example, right? We'll play with the snooker-sized balls, right?
Yes.
And let's say that I have to play with a snooker cue as well. And if, let's say, Bustamante breaks for Ronnie O'Sullivan, and I play my race, a 21 playing 10 ball, I don't think Ronnie O'Sullivan can win
Yeah.
on a
No.
pool table.
Me either.
Yeah.
Playing pool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he came out here for the IPT,
Yeah.
and it was interesting. The guy is quite the character, but boy, he can play.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, if he played for 2 or 3 years solid, he would get there eventually. But what I'm saying, there's more to the game than making the balls.
Ronnie Sullivan.
And that's what I'm trying to express.
I never play him.
If it all just comes down to potting a single
him?
ball or a ball,
plays
then
okay.
you back the snooker player. But
No,
we all know that we've got to move that cue ball
it's
around and we've
okay.
got to play safe.
Yeah,
and,
but listen,
be,
all snooker players play good.
you have to
Ball, right?
invent
Top
shots,
one, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Efren's been inventing shots every time he plays a pool match.
Oh, I know. He's
I mean, you never see that like at any other sport.
yeah.
Snooker especially.
One ball. Yeah. In Philippines. Yes, one ball.
After the break, 1 ball on the spot.
No, if like safe, right?
But this
Yeah.
guy's
Then-
unbelievable. I mean, I think
Yeah.
besides
Okay,
Efren,
okay.
Efren, Bustamante and Alex, this guy's knowledge is unbelievable.
Well, where do you think he would be in the ranking of
Well, is
best
it,
players in the world?
I mean-
in the history of pool, where do you think Ronnie Alcano?
when I first went to the Philippines in 2007, at that time, Ronnie was the man to beat. Ronnie was the man to beat at that time.
Now Dennis has
Yeah, for
kind
the
of
bank.
regained.
No, but Dennis
I
has
wanna
sort of
leave you
come on the
hard
last
shot.
3-4 years. But now you have Dennis, Alex, Bustamante, and Ronnie Alcano. I think, and Corteza. They're the best 5. Efren's still good, but he's not as good as these guys now.
You like it?
I think them 5 are the best 5 Filipinos. And then you have other great Filipinos, Camco.
Yeah. Luat. They got a bunch of.
Well, Luat don't shoot anymore, but I mean, there's still another bunch of great guys. Yeah.
Now they have more than.
Parika still plays
Now
good
they
as
have
well.
young player in Philippines. Wow.
Yeah, there's loads of young players here, like he says.
Jason and or Ronnie, what do you guys think is the most neglected aspect of playing pool? Is it something that's just as simple as saying not practicing enough, or is it something where you're really physical fitness, staying in shape? What do you think is the most neglected aspect
I
of
think
becoming a good
I
player?
think you got to work out a lot when you play.
What
You
workout?
got to
Exercise?
keep healthy. You know what I mean?
No.
Eat right.
Yeah, eat right.
Do you
And,
eat
In
different
Philippines,
before
no
a match?
exercise.
Do you eat light? Do you eat heavy?
In
Do you-
Filipino players,
I like having
no
protein
exercise.
shakes
No, go gym.
when I'm playing.
That's only pool.
I think that's
You
pretty
know.
good. Keeps you going. A lot of protein in your
In
body.
Philippines,
I don't like
only
to
play
eat
gumbo.
bad food when I
In
play.
the Philippines, they eat
like
dogs.
to eat.
Yeah.
I like to eat like chicken and vegetables and.
no,
No.
no
See,
vegetable.
And I may be talking out of school here a little bit, but I actually think
Shit.
the Western players, like from the U.S. or
Hey,
England, have
before,
probably an
right?
advantage over
Before.
the Asian players. in
Yeah.
that
I play
the
pool
aspect of being
like
mentally
24
prepared,
hours, no sleep. I
and
play
eating
gumbo.
right and exercise.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been adopted over there.
No, they.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of Filipinos that
Now, Ronnie, do you think
work
that's
out a lot.
Right.
You you don't see them in the gym. You just see them practicing all the time.
Well, or actually, I'm not sure how much they practice. They just play all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
The
Ronnie
only
just
one that I
said.
know that practices all the time is Shane.
Ronnie just said when he was younger, he used to gamble 24 hours
Yeah.
non-stop.
Non-stop,
Hey,
no.
see where Shane
No
practices
sleep, I play
24 hours. It's a
gamble.
different. Of course, I think he'd probably gamble if there was enough action.
Do you think you can still play 24 hours, 12 hours non-stop? Okay. No
I
problem.
got a question
No.
for both of you guys. If you win TAR 32, who do you want to play next?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah. Me, if I win, I want to play Dennis or Julio.
Okay. Jayson?
Me, I'd like to have a go at Shane. Yeah, I would like to have a go at Shane.
I'd like him to play Hatch or something.
Yeah, I'd like to play Hatch too,
But
maybe.
if
or
I win this
Rodney
match,
Morris.
I want to play. I want
me,
to play
right?
Mike DeShane.
Like
I tell
me.
you what, I would like to play Mike DeShane. I would like to play him.
Mike
That'd be a good
Deshain?
game. But saying that, I don't think you want him back on here. Right?
No.
Mike Deshain?
Mike can
Why?
come
It's
back.
Mike
Yeah,
Deshain.
he's been busting my to play.
Well, he did challenge. He called you out even.
Yeah, but I told him I was going home the next day, and then when I got on the plane, he
Mike,
called
why?
me out.
Why Mike Deshain? Just only
But that's
talking.
Mike for you. So
Nah, you don't want to play.
Well, that's great. We got some good future matches.
Yeah, that's a good match.
You don't need to play.
Dennis is supposed to be coming back. We talked about doing something around June or July before
I
the,
try beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
try.
both got incentive there.
yeah, I'd like to play maybe Rodney too. I think he's back playing good again.
I'd like to see Rodney in the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, I think he would be a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to get Rodney to play me, but he was playing a tournament this weekend, I think.
Correct.
What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that stuck in my mind. What do you guys think about the TAR format with the races to 27, 2 out of 3? Is there
Yeah, I
anything
think-
you would change about it?
Maybe a race to 25.
You're the
No.
fastest guy. You're not the one that's supposed
It
to
used
say
to be
that.
25, and then we changed it to
It's better
27.
race 31, not
Yeah.
race 25.
Why was this change? Why did you change it?
We changed it when Shane and Mike played. We were racing to 25, and it was kind of a little bit short.
Race
And we went to
25?
bigger pockets. It was 25
want
on the
race
floor.
20?
Okay, that makes sense.
No, 27.
You don't like race 20? No. If you, for example, race 25, if you win per set, and then I win per second set, and then the last set is race 30, right?
No, they're all races to 27.
All race 27? Okay. Good.
Do you like the race to 27?
No, I like race 20, 31.
31?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that, what you just said. Play
do
race to
too.
25, race to 25, and then last day play race to 30. If it's
Okay,
Yeah.
you got me. If it goes to the
better.
last
Yeah.
day, we'll play race to 30.
Right?
Okay, good.
Good, right?
Yeah.
You do 25
No.
or 27?
No, do 27, and then
27,
27, 27, then
And
the
if it
last
goes
day
third
is
day, it
race
goes to
30?
30, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah, I like
You
that.
guys just made a new rule. I like that.
yeah. That's pretty
Ronnie,
good.
Win by 2 on the last day.
Renato,
No, I don't like the
No,
number
I don't
two.
like that.
Renato making the rules up.
Is it Renato?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
My first name is Ronato in my passport, but my nickname is Ronnie. Ronnie.
Rocket. Rocket.
Rocket.
Ronnie Rocket.
Ken, can you rack the balls again, please?
Do you like when people call you Volcano or not?
It's okay.
You don't like it?
No, I like it.
Ronnie, can I, which title meant more to you, the World 8 ball when you beat Dennis, or the World 9 ball when you beat Ralph?
I like bit Dennis Orculio.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I asked you the question.
Dennis Orculio, like, if I beat him, it's hard for him.
Yeah.
I beat him a lot in tournament, right?
Yes. I
What
know.
about
That's why you don't play two good doubles together.
Here, this is a great question from Prad. He goes,
Go on.
how many hours per day did you used to practice before you started playing pro speed? And how many hours do you practice now?
I used to play about 12 hours a day.
It's too much.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, it's too much.
12 hours I used to play every day.
12 hours.
And,
How long did you play like that for?
maybe like a year and a half, every day. I was in the pool room from when it opened till closing.
Did you have somebody instructing you, or you just practicing? You were just playing
Playing
everybody,
on my own.
everything. Did you
Playing-
only play 9-ball, 10-ball? Did you play 3 cushion? or-
8 ball and 10 ball and 9 ball. I didn't really know one pocket.
How old were you when you started?
Well, I used to play English 8 ball like 12 hours every day. And then from maybe 2006, from the IPT, I used to play maybe 10, 12. And then when I really got into the game, I maybe play like 7, 8 hours every day.
See, I forgot he was over here for the IPT. I didn't know him. I didn't recognize him from those days or anything. But he mentioned that earlier. I said,
Yeah, when I
He
was
qualified for one tournament, the World Open in Reno.
Ronnie, what about you? How old were you when you started, and how many hours a day?
Before good player, and then I start play. I rock 15 balls, and then I play ghost, raise to 15.
Against
Yeah.
the Ghost.
Sometimes I beat him 15-10. Sometimes.
But maybe it was a
Yeah.
her. Maybe it was a her.
Yeah, before.
how did he play? Did he play good? Did he play
Before?
lights out?
Yeah.
Who is better, the Ghost or Efren?
Huh?
Who plays better, the Ghost or Efren?
Before, I think Efren's better.
But now,
Now? No.
the Ghost wins.
I think now the ghost win. Okay, break.
The Ghost still play good?
Yeah,
Still play as good as 6, 7 years ago?
2000,
Ronnie, how come-
2004.
Bad rack.
Why do you think there's more action in the Philippines regularly than there is in the States?
Before they have action in rotation.
Dapat maraming action sa...
Yeah, I don't think there's as much action now.
Mas maraming labanan sa Pilipinas kaysa rito.
Do they still have lots of action there?
Yeah.
But not as much as past, eh? Not as
Not
much as they used
because
to be.
they have a lot of sponsor quit gamble, like Manny Pacquiao, Jonathan C, you know.
Yeah,
So,
plus the world tournaments. The last couple of them that were going to be in the Philippines were canceled. As is the World's 8-ball.
The World
now.
8-ball just got.
But
Well, that was in
so,
Dubai.
see, when you have a big tournament like that, it brings a lot of foreigners in.
We used to have the Philippine
Wow.
Open.
Be on the equipment there,
The
sir.
Philippine
He's
Open
trying
was
to
in
kill
the
me.
Philippines. We had the
thank
World
you.
10 ball. We had the World Cup of Pool, the World Masters, and then we had something else
You
at the end
trying
of the
to,
year. Can't remember what it
kill
was.
me
So
already?
we had 5 tournaments in the Philippines at
And
one
that
time.
generates a lot of serious
But now
play.
we only have one tournament, the World Cup of Pool,
Yeah.
which is a
Right.
matchroom
Yeah. You know, I
tournament.
met you over. That's where I met you the first time. Was that 2006 or 7? It was the year that Ronnie won the 9-ball. Yeah.
Ronnie, do you think playing 15-ball rotation really helped your game?
yeah. I like play 15 balls. For me, before, if I shot like 1 ball, easy to clean all. Yeah.
You know that. I mean, yeah, rotations is a very tough game.
Well, it's definitely the game what's going to improve you the most.
yeah.
I know times some people like on AZ will say, well, they should just be playing 15-ball rotation. But see, that's too tough. I mean, I don't know where you draw
Oh,
the line
yeah,
between
that's
amateur and
tournament.
pros, but there should be some semblance of playing the same game so you really know how you compete and compare.
Yeah.
Amateurs play 9-ball.
I think you only could have a tournament with rotation if you pick 16 players out of
You
the.
have to-
Yeah,
You'd
it's
have to
good.
handpick 16 players for people to be interested to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to get people interested to watch.
No, I mean, if
figured
you've got
that one
16
out.
great players playing this game, then, I mean, maybe the outsiders wouldn't be interested, but I mean, the public who are involved in pool would
Yeah.
like to watch it.
Here's another good question from Prad on the internet pool forums. being a pro in any sport is very difficult. In my opinion, it needs a lot of dedication and heart. During your early days, did you have a fear that you might not make it? When you were spending those 12 hours a day in the pool room, were you ever worried that it might not amount to anything?
Well, that's why I played 12 hours a day, because when I was younger, I knew, well, my dad used to be a professional, and
I actually played his dad one time in a final of an English 8-ball tournament. And I
uh,
beat him 5-4. He played good, his dad. He was a top player, and he was he was in his country. He was one of the best.
and
It was good.
so he used to take me to all the tournaments, and I used to see all the other pros playing, and I sort of knew what I wanted to do, so that's why I put in the hours, and here I am.
See, my attitude towards when you're a kid, you get, the game gets in your head. A lot of times you don't even worry about being the world's best. You just love the game. You just want to play and play and play and get better and better and better and beat everybody. But you don't really see yourself as a world champion. You just see as I want to be me. You know, it gets in your blood. That's cool.
Yeah, it just all starts as a dream.
Yep.
What would you be doing if you weren't playing pool right now? Ronnie, what would you be doing if you weren't a pro pool player? What would you have done? Or what do you think you would have done?
Cockfighting.
I think Ronnie would have made a really good taxi driver.
No, before I start pool, I play basketball.
Oh yeah, you
Because
got tall. He's
my
tall.
father is a basketball player.
Basketball big in the Philippines.
No,
Yeah,
but
in
for a
Philippines.
Filipino, he's very tall.
Yeah, he's like 7'3".
Yeah. Because my father is a 6'3". Yeah.
Basketball.
For me, I probably would have played football.
Maybe you don't
Soccer.
play.
You mean soccer?
No.
Yeah.
No. I
What?
think before, if you don't play pool, play golf. Like Tiger Woods.
No, I like playing soccer. I used to play in a
That's
couple
got to
of.
be a brutal life.
I used to
though.
play in a couple of soccer teams. That was
It's gotta
pretty
be
good.
tough to make that. I mean, that's got to be super tough to try to make a living that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you have to make it.
They had a 4-part series.
That's yeah.
couple
Your
years
body
ago
takes a
called
beating.
Being,
Yeah.
It's a short
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
but it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Here, pick one of these. I'm going to find that question. Okay.
But I remember when I first met Jayson, the first few tournaments I was at. At the time, I was maybe 25, and he was like 13, maybe 12,
What are you? How old are you now?
37.
Yeah.
But every time a table come free, open, after the game,
He
he'd
was
be
out
there.
there.
He's about this tall, and he's there like just making all the balls what's left on the table. Every table he did
Wow.
that.
Well,
And
that's-
and you could see the talent then. Yeah, I could see the talent.
Do you think you have a lot of talent, or you earned? I mean, there's what I'm trying to say. I mean, there's some people are just given talent, and some people just through determination get to
I
be
think
that
I
speed.
had talent, but I worked a lot, and that helped me get better. And
Yeah, I think the last 2 or 3 years he worked harder than what he did before. I think now I can see him like he's putting the work in, and
Because
a lot of aspects of his games have improved in the last 6 months.
you create talent too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I know Shane. I mean, just, and you have
definitely.
the same work ethic. I think.
Well-
You play 8 or 10 or 20 hours. All of a sudden, say, "Boy, you sure are good. You got a lot of talent." No, I play 100 hours a
Yeah.
week. You know.
But
so-
playing really good safety is a talent.
Well,
Because
yes,
you've
it
got to be
is.
intelligent. I mean, you have to be smart, and also mentally it takes talent to get mentally strong.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Well, there's a lot of imagination. I mean, pool's not a one-dimensional game. You really do have to. Okay.
This is a great question. It was, I don't think we answered it. DG Hustles from AZ Billiards. In your opinion, what's the most overlooked and under-practiced aspect of the game that keeps most decent to good amateur players from reaching the next level? So
Yeah.
if you're going to tell
I
a
was looking to
shortstop
see if
player
I
to
could play
practice
this
one
year.
thing,
I was looking to see if I
what,
could play this.
what do you think?
Yeah,
What do you
three-ball,
see
three-ball.
in, like, good players that
Power.
is different than what you see in pro players? Pass.
Probably drills, I'd say.
Power.
Drills?
I don't
Yeah.
think you ever see an amateur do any drills. I've never been in a pool room and seen an amateur practicing any drills. And for me, what lets the amateurs down is pattern play.
Do me a favor, when these guys are done, put up a drill, because
Yeah.
I've never seen.
I've got an unbelievable drill for amateurs. I show them this drill for amateurs. It's the best drill for
Do it.
amateurs.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
kick these guys off.
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
Show.
Yeah, show the drill.
What?
Yeah, we can get on there.
What about you, Jayson? Is there something you see amateur or, shortstop players, good players, but guys who aren't at that level yet?
Yeah.
Is there one thing, or what do you see in the difference between?
As Darren said, they don't do drills. They just put the
Never
balls up
practice
and break
this.
and try and
This is
run
a
out.
Appleton.
They don't do anything that really
I never
improves the
practiced
game.
this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's only play gamble.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
They don't put the work in
No, but for amateurs, they have
to get where they
Well,
want.
You know, I've seen drills, I've seen a lot of times in the books, like the big L drill, where you go from on the second diamond out.
Yeah.
And you put them all in the corner.
Yeah.
But I want to see what this drill is that Darren's talking
This
about.
drill's really good because with amateurs, their biggest downfall is that they lose the cue ball very easily because they don't have a feel and they don't really know the patterns. But this type of drill here, you're playing these shots all the time in a match. In a match situation, you're always playing these shots. So what I do here is that I'm only allowed to use one rail with a cue ball.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to go on that side of the table, and I'm not allowed to use this rail. So it's it's vital to stay at the right side of the ball. So I make the one ball, come up here for the two. I make the two ball, come back down for the three.
So that's the order.
Yeah,
Go-
and then
okay.
you go the free ball,
The rail, yeah.
the rail to the four, back down for the five, and then it's okay if you get straight on the five, you just make it and draw back, and then six.
Right.
But only one rail allowed. Only one rail allowed, but not allowed to go on that side of the table. And that's a really good drill for the amateurs because, but also after maybe 10 attempts, they only get to the four ball and then they break down. But the next week they might get to the six ball and then they can see a big improvement, and then eventually they're going to start making this drill, and then you can gauge how you're improving.
You want to bet dinner that you can clear the drill right here?
I think I'd like to see Ronnie do it.
Ronnie,
Ronnie, do this drill.
go ahead.
No rail.
Show us how it's done. No, use one rail. Up and
I
down,
mean, like
but-
no
Cue ball
no
on
side
this
rail.
side, no good. Has to stay on this side,
Alright.
up and down.
Okay. But I never try.
But
Only
also,
first time,
the
you
amateurs
know?
can use like two rails if they like. I mean,
Yeah,
use
but you
the
wanna do
side
one.
rail. But for me personally, I'd just use the one rail. But it's okay for an amateur to maybe use the two
Well, sure,
rails.
because
obviously they might
sometimes
be
it-
not good enough.
Yeah.
But they definitely improve with this drill.
Oh, like this. Good, huh? Good.
The fear is getting too straight.
Well, what I like about this drill is that it's really good for speed control.
Oh, no, I can see that. I found, I used to play pretty good. The most important aspect of pool is speed.
No.
No good.
Can you draw it without hitting the six?
Yeah, he can draw it.
You can draw.
Nice touch.
It's not a good shot.
One reel or no
Almost
reel
too
is
far.
okay, huh?
Get to draw it back again. This is pretty impressive. This is,
He hasn't done it yet. Calm down.
Ooh.
Can't use side rail. No side rail.
Not it?
No.
no side rail. Ooh.
Okay, we let you use one rail.
No, it's okay.
One rail's okay.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
Wow, what a
It's
shot.
okay.
That's a good shot.
That's impressive.
That's good.
That was I got
You passed level one.
That's good to get that on there.
All right, Jayson.
That was pretty impressive.
You got a match.
And that's an interesting drill.
But
'cause
what I
I've never
like
seen it
there
like
is that he played 2 or 3
I ain't gonna run
unbelievable touch shots.
They were very
Just
touch-
by an amateur seeing that, he
Ain't
can
gonna
see
run
how important it is to control that cue ball.
Well,
Me-
and
me
one of
not
the
as
hardest
lucky
things
as
to
you.
do as you play pool is to control how far you're shooting the ball back on draw. It's easy to judge
Finesse,
high ball.
finesse,
It's
yeah.
tough to judge the draw speed.
Draw speed and just that little soft draw.
Yeah.
And someone like Ronnie plays that
Yeah.
really good.
I don't think I'm gonna run that.
Oh, no.
But it's a nice drill.
You know, here.
It's a
That's
really
a
nice
great
drill.
Left,
You left,
yeah.
yeah.
Left-handed, yeah.
Because
I
you
tell all
left.
my students to use this drill.
Oh, he's left-handed. He doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, I know.
But also, when you first go to the table as well, it's a good drill to get used to the speed of the
Oh no,
table.
yeah, because every table's a little different. This is kind of humbling because I don't think I'd get the 3 balls. You know, I'd probably miss the second ball. You know, no, it's the I can't make the shots.
Yeah. Most
because
people break down on the free. On
You're
the free or
using
the four.
a lot of inside English, and see, that's not my favorite shot.
Uh-oh.
What is it? What's wrong with you?
Slightly
Now it's draw again.
tilted.
What's wrong with you, baby?
This is a very, very. I'm impressed.
They're bringing their A game a day too early.
Yeah, that's no kidding. I can see how tough this is, and I don't know.
Sparky, you don't get any ideas about the next
Ooh,
round.
we might not
Show you
got
the
there.
drill race.
No,
Wala, hindi naman madali na.
not for me. You don't get a weird one like that. It's-
Oh, Jay.
What's wrong with you?
I thought you would have drew that back.
I was gonna, but now I'm thinking.
Hey, hey.
You got treble.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
What?
Okay.
I want to see.
For me, I know. Yeah, I know.
See, he's taking too long. This
Like
guy
a
was
machine.
2-strokes things 100 miles an hour.
Hey. Hey, like this. Start ball.
What, like this?
Yeah, start ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that shot.
Okay.
Okay,
Show
let's
me,
see what he's
show
going
me.
to do. So you're going to mass it out, cut the 9 in, and the cue ball's going to just about stop.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show us, Ronnie. Show her.
I show you.
No, I know.
That's the one that Corey Duel shoots with the spot shot with, and
Yeah.
it doesn't even come close.
Get it?
What drills?
Cowboys
You said
really
you,
plays.
you do drills. What drills do you practice, Jason?
I like doing the same drill that Shane does with the ball here and the cue ball here.
Try to
Making
draw
the
it
ball
back.
and drawing it back.
Daz, what else you got for these guys?
Well, I mean, leaving long straight shots are very important to draw the ball back. And
What other drills you got? Give me one more.
other
No.
drills?
This?
I mean, that's for amateurs. A drill for
Practice.
oh,
What do you
me.
practice?
I mean,
Two. We'll do two.
okay.
Give me one that you practice, and then give me
Okay,
one.
I'll give you a simple drill for a professional, but something an amateur can use as well. No, they can use this drill. I'm not making it. I could make this drill a lot tougher and use every ball, but
It's not close? I think
no,
close, right?
I'm thinking of the amateur.
Oh.
You relax, relax, pal.
I've seen a couple of these where they get doing rotation, and there's some of them very tough.
Ah.
That's a good drill. This will get your good rails. So you go one ball, come across for the 2, make the 2, come across for the 3, 3, come across for the 4. But you have to use this rail, it's good. Come out for the 4, you draw in between the 7 and 9. You make the 5, come up here for the 6, 6, come down for the 7, 7 up for the 8, 9. And Ronnie's
Go
going
ahead,
to
Ronnie.
demonstrate it.
Not. One rail?
You can use 2, no, 2 rails is good because you hit
Okay.
the ball. You hit the rail
These are
after you hit the
some
1
great-
ball.
You have to be an
1 or
accomplished
2
player.
rails is good. So it's not easy on this table. This is a tough table. So. But even amateurs can do this drill. I mean, they'll really improve to get used to the hitting the right spot
Yeah.
on the rail, especially this type of shot. Like a lot of amateurs there, if they try and come 2
Nice
rails,
kick.
they scratch in the side pocket. Even pros.
You know, the side is a big pocket when you're coming
So-
across the table.
What I like about pros is that they're very good at getting the cue ball to hit here and
Yeah.
come back out.
And what's the secret to that? Just repetition?
Doing this drill. You got to hit the cue ball in a certain spot. If you hit it too low, you scratch. If you hit it too high, you scratch.
See, I don't like that shot. I like this.
Well, I mean, if he gets good on the 4, he can get down there.
Go ahead. Try
But you could have changed your path. You could have changed your path for the 4. I mean, you don't have to go that way.
Set it up.
5 in the center rail.
How do you set them up again?
That's a good exercise. This is a great opportunity for everybody that's watching this to pick up some pointers. And it's I love the fact that the discussion on the aiming system, because aiming systems in the last couple of years have been like, hey, if you don't have an aiming system, you're a dog. I don't think that's true. I think these guys are proving it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, especially I think the Dutch players and the German players, they're really big on their drills.
Well, they also play a lot of straight pool. I don't think, like the Filipinos don't play straight pool. I haven't heard you guys talk straight pool in any kind of practice routines or game choices. So
I play a little bit of straight pool. I'm probably
For me, straight.
these.
Well-
I mean, like the Europeans
What's
are
up?
big on straight pool, but in England, there's only probably really me what's
This is
played
my
it on a
practice.
consistent
Yeah.
level recently.
oh,
Wow, what a
nice
shot.
shot. Jeez.
Jesus.
If an amateur can do that, then he's playing good.
Yeah.
You
That's a
don't need
good
to
amateur.
practice.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Well, I think we're going to have a spirited game tomorrow. These guys are they know each other and they're kind of woofing a little bit.
No,
But
we-
you-
Before,
but they're
before
good
this is my
competitors.
practice before.
Yeah.
What, racking the balls? You rack the
Jayson,
balls?
do you ever shoot with a closed bridge?
No, like this, right? For
Well, like
example,
this?
I used to all the time.
Yeah.
for example, like this.
What do you
That's your
do?
drill? That's how you start?
No, before, right?
He's gonna run it out.
I round out, but no touch. Only, for example, I put the 5, only 5, and then the next 9. Then if touch, I lose.
Ah.
And he bets down back home.
Shoot it.
Let's see it.
Show us.
Not now, huh?
Well, you can make
Go ahead. Yeah, make it to where a human can do it.
No touching any more balls, no?
Yeah.
Run the rack without touching the ball.
Okay, wait.
Like some people do run the rack without touching the rails too.
I'll go.
That's like trying to eat a donut and not lick your lips.
Oh, you just throw the balls like that?
I don't know before. Yeah. Wait,
He's got to break it.
I forget. For example, like this.
Okay, let's see from here.
Okay. Now,
Play from there.
Okay, so now you're going to run the balls out without touching another ball.
I'd like to bet $10 that he does.
I know. That's why I win before. Because somebody betting.
If he's successful, that's where, like Daz was saying that.
You can run them in any order, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Any ball on the table?
Yeah,
Any
first
ball.
time bowling hand. Any ball.
Any ball. Yeah.
Any ball you want.
First time bowling hand, then the next any ball.
I'll
No
try
touch.
it.
You
After
try, okay, you try.
Want me to try?
I give you try.
Okay.
No, show us, Ronnie.
It's okay. Okay,
said that's
go ahead. Go ahead.
Still gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's tough, you know. If you miss, you lose. Miss and touch, you
Another
lose.
good drill for
Miss or
amateurs,
touch.
what
I
I
wanna
like
see
is
Ronnie
that
do this.
maybe for 1 hour I just put 2 or 3 balls on the table and just keep kicking at the balls. Because you have a lot of situations in 9-ball and where you have 2 or 3 balls left.
Now what?
And critical
See?
part of the game because you're having a safety exchange. Because usually in 9-ball, when you break down, it's usually on the 7 and 8. And then you have a couple of balls left on the table where you're both fighting for them 2 balls. So I like to do them type of drills.
Let's have a go and just see.
No, just easy.
Putting myself in them
Yeah?
Yeah, this is easy.
situations
Yeah, this is what
where I think a lot of amateurs panic after like there's 2 or 3 balls left. They're like
touch
trying
a
to
rail,
force.
Ronnie?
you can touch
you touch
a
a
rail.
rail?
You can bang, you know.
Now I'm
bang.
going to play into the stack.
Then you lose.
Yeah.
Now you got a chance.
No. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I give you like this, okay? Now what?
No, I know, I
No,
know.
now what?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, okay, put, okay, bowling hand. Now what?
Ball in hand?
Yeah. See?
What are you seeing at?
Okay.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe baby?
Today would be nice.
You're not Justin Bieber.
Maybe, huh?
See?
See?
Ronnie, let's see.
Ronnie, show us. I place the balls.
Bank.
And rack 'em.
I'll place the-
You play bank?
Let's just make it
You're going to play
realistic.
a lot of banks, huh?
No,
Yeah.
No, maybe easy this.
Yeah.
Just make it. Come on, let's cheat.
Yeah, let's see it.
That's
That's
still
not easy.
not easy. You know,
You're saying it's too easy.
Yeah.
No, but that was just like crazy to.
Yeah, I know, but he
It could
said
take you all
that.
day doing that.
I think a
Well,
lot of this is,
I want to see what he's talking about.
Where do you start?
The viewers want to see him
Yeah.
run the table.
Yeah.
We've
There's
got
more,
500 people online.
there's more chance of running out the door.
He's done that before.
Uh-oh.
Oh, huh?
You want this chair? Ah, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Oh, Sullivan.
Nice.
tell you what, you
Nice
would
shot.
really learn pocket speed doing this. This drill would be just, you know, the shots that dribble in, so you can, you know, so you don't forget to hit it, but he gets there. It's like a chess game. Got to be the 5 or the 9 now.
Such a brutal drill.
This could be, and it's not the same ever. Daz, he picks those simple ones. You just set them up over and over again, just repetition. Those are some pretty cool drills, actually. I think
Yeah.
people are going to appreciate those.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here. Look,
You have some water in here, Justin? or
showing
something?
that, roll.
Ooh.
I can't get the 9. I don't think he's got. He's got to create an angle and come back and 11-9. But what happens after that?
We play combinations.
Combination?
No. No combination.
Cue ball can't touch another ball. You didn't say anything about object.
No combination.
This would be a double tough. This will make you tear your hair out. Isn't that right, Darren?
This is tough.
Oh.
Podcast,
tough.
longest ever, 5
This
hours.
will be good for your touch.
Ronnie's still running that.
Yeah, this is good for your touch game and
Yeah.
one pocket game and rotation game.
Don't forget, by the way, you know, everybody out there that TAR 32 starts tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. 10 ball. 2 out of 3 days. Races to
If I
27.
make the 8 ball.
Oh, he's going to do the 8
Yeah,
ball next.
if I make the 8 ball in the bank.
On the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Sure. You can play for banks, too. So. And the last day will go to 30, I guess, if they each win the first days. Rack your own magic rack.
Yeah, like Ronnie's trying to show us a drill what's never been seen before. I
This
would
is
imagine
this
Efren's
is-
done this a lot in his
This is a pretty
time.
interesting drill.
I just thought of something. I don't know if it's a good idea for us to get, I thought about this. If people already made bets,
Ah, yeah, that's right.
I don't think it'd be fair to change. So the next match.
I
Yeah,
didn't know if it would make an effect on that.
yeah, because we announced it at 27, so I think we need to stick with that. So,
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been betting online.
Right, so that wouldn't be fair to them, so.
Ronnie, we're sticking race to 27.
Okay,
27.
No problem.
There's too many people bet on the match.
No problem.
People bet on the side.
Okay, guys, let's wrap this up, I guess. We're over
No.
now. Oh, is he still going?
No, he's been cheating.
Now easy now.
No, but he was showing you what he should have done.
Let me show you what you should have done.
If he'd have banked that 8 ball, he had a great chance. That's a good drill, though.
Okay, it's that time. We'll do something a little different this time. Darren Appleton, what is your prediction for,
Well,
how many days will it go?
I think it'd definitely go 3 days. And then on the last day, I think it will be 27 to 22 to Jayson.
Really? Wow. He's made some great shots here. This is.
But if Ronnie was my best friend, then I'd say 27, 22
Yeah,
Ronnie.
No.
It's good.
But hopefully for the crowd, it's like ill.
What?
Go to the last day and be a really good match.
I want it to finish
there
on
were some
Saturday.
There were some pretty nice shots there by both these guys this last one back. Don't forget our sponsors, which is myself, CSI, Q Sports International, and we have to thank Diamond and Simona's, and we want to hear everybody's comments and
Ronnie, what's your prediction?
Me?
Prediction, yeah.
Hill.
prediction.
First day, hill. Second day, hill. But I win.
But I win. Okay.
You know when it goes hill?
Yeah.
You always let me win, huh? That's what I like about you.
Well, it's going to be. I think I can't pick a winner on this one. I just don't know
I
because
predict
they both have strong
How about you,
points.
Justin? How about you?
Me?
Do you
What
think?
I
Yeah.
You know what? I've got some rules of pool gambling, and I've learned them over many years.
Okay.
And that is, never bet against Shane, never bet against the Filipino, and when Shane plays a Filipino, you keep your money in your pocket and enjoy the show. Those are my 3 rules.
All right.
But
So
he's
rule
playing.
number
He's
2
playing.
applies.
He's playing a new Shane, so keep your money in your pockets. Keep it locked up.
Well, it's going to be a good contest. And they're both gentlemen. I don't expect to see any problems. It's going to be nice and smooth. Bill Stock will be here with the time clock, although I don't think we need a time clock with these guys, but there'll still be one. And in the booth, we're going to have, what, Jeremy and Robert LeBlanc?
Yeah, Jeremy Jones, Kenny's here. Obviously, Daz is going to sit in for a little while. I guess Robert, hopefully he comes by. We'll have some great commentary. And Jayson actually said something. That's one of the most exciting things to me about this match is, Jayson is an up-and-coming talent, and I remember the first match we ever did with Shane. He was a huge underdog to Corey Deuel, and that's kind of where he broke out, and people started really paying attention. I think this could be it's a similar opportunity for Jayson in that he's playing a monster, a proven champion, and Ronnie, and he's to me it was a great story for this match, and I'm really excited to see it. And you couldn't have 2 nicer guys playing it, so that's really
About
awesome.
Mike DeShane.
So this is really cool because really, honestly, from Tar's point of view, we can't lose because whoever wins.
We got 2 newcomers.
Yeah, whoever wins, they're both great guys, both great players. So I'm looking forward to a great match.
All right.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Well, we're going to wrap this up, I guess, fairly quickly. We're about on time?
Time to go.
All right, well, tomorrow,
All right. See you tomorrow.
5 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, I
o'clock
come.
Eastern.
I come
Just like to shout out to my manager, Jeff Conway in New York.
Jeff Conway, you want to shout out to him?
Like-
Say
Jeffy.
anything?
Um,
Want to give him a kiss or anything?
no, he's had enough of that.
Tanong mo nga kung
Yeah, and don't wear
Ano mo
your
ang
yellow
Justin?
shorts next week.
Yeah, make sure you wear your
kay Justin.
your pool jumper.
Ayan.
Okay. Well, we
Hindi mo, may
appreciate
mga gusto
everybody's
manood
assistance in
kami
making this
sa
thing
kasama ko.
happen. And we wish both you guys good luck.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
All right. Finish.
Guinness?
Guinness.
Ronnie, let me